multiplayer version of trying to, it's trying to get away from linear PowerPoint, but whether it works or not, and it can be a bit zoomy. So we'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to try a new technology. Just thank you. What I think, what I'll do, and probably moving on to the next slide, is sort of set up why what I'm trying to do, some background to what I'm going to talk about. So, vocational education and training. My perspective, I suppose, of being in a school of education is vocational education and training doesn't get talked about hugely often in a school of education. And yet, even if you take it as a narrow sense, say as FE colleges in this country, that's still a lot of learners. Globally, that's tens, if not hundreds of millions of learners. But actually, my argument is everyone is engaged in vocational learning of some kind. So I'm concerned about its neglect. I'm concerned that, moreover, it's often seen as not for the likes of us, meaning the elite, that, I didn't go to it, my children certainly aren't going to go to it, and it's for those people, and I frankly don't care about it. So there seems to be a kind of social justice reason for being concerned about vocational education and training. That's what got me into it. It seems to be for the people who don't matter, and often that's reflected in the attention that's paid to it in terms of design, etc. But I think it's theoretically a rich area because it gets beyond learning for learning's sake, which is important, but it forces you into questions about work, about development, about the political economy in which education takes place, which of course are debates there in education, but vocational, I think, forced us to foreground some of those issues. So that's why I think it's important. I think the orthodox account is inadequate, and I'll come into that account shortly. Why I'm particularly interested, why I'm presenting on this, is because this is something I've been working on recently. Well, why is that? And that's because of the current policy moment. In the UK, although that's not my main focus, obviously there has been a lot of talk from this government. We've had the Wolf report showing why vocational qualifications in school don't work, or at least that's what it claims to be showing. We have a whole range of reforms going into the FE colleges. We have apprenticeship being given more attention. So quite a contradictory story. On the one hand, very pro-vocational education. On the other side, very anti it, and trying to work out what's going on there and what Gove's proposals for O-levels might mean and things like that. So that's not my policy setting, but it's an important one. In Europe, as John will be able to tell us, the vocational related to the lifelong has continued to be a very important bit